I will have to admit that I'm very much optimistic as a person when it comes to Star Wars because I really can see the light at the end of the tunnel for 3 different reasons. Number 1, we got Bob Chapek really reforming Star Wars. Number 2, Kathleen Kennedy no longer has creative control over a majority of the Star Wars projects in the works. And of course, number 3 is that we have Dave Filoni, Jon, and George Lucas all working together as a team. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney and Lucasfilm, we do know that what they're trying to do is that they're really trying to evolve the franchise into something refreshing for the fans. Not just for the existing Star Wars fans that are either the ones who grew up with the originals or the prequels, but also the fans that were first introduced to Star Wars with The Force Awakens. Keep in mind that Disney actually created a handful of new Star Wars fans with the sequel trilogy, movies primarily speaking, of course. Now, when we look at Disney Plus, obviously this is going to be a library's worth of Star Wars material. We're talking about live action and animated material in the form of television, and of course how they also aim to do animated movies in the works for, of course, Disney Plus as well. Now, when we think about it this way, obviously Disney is in a phase of damage control. What they are trying to do is that they're really trying to save the franchise, and that's one Chapek's real big plans here, is that he really wants to make it as successful as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, that's the one thing, is that they're not necessarily competing, they just want to make their other franchise as successful, if not more so than the other one. Now, with that being said, of course, with Disney and Lucasfilm now officially done with the Skywalker saga as far as movies go, Bob Iger and Bob Chapek have been working closely with creators like George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and even Dave Filoni in order to develop a better future for the Star Wars universe. Now, it's noted that Disney is developing over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects and that they plan to do incredible things with new timelines for the Star Wars community. It's explained that one project is aimed to bring the High Republic era into the form of live action on Disney+. This project was initially created by Kathleen Kennedy, and that the series was going to be full of woke culture and identity politics. Now, it's explained that Bob Chapek has given the keys to creator Jon Favreau to take control over the new series and is canceling the woke culture and identity politics from the new Star Wars TV series that is currently in active development. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Jon Favreau to me is a real Star Wars fan and a real Star Wars creator. You can always tell when somebody's passionate, right, through their own work, and we see a prime example of this through The Mandalorian. Now, some of you out there will actually disagree with me, and that's fine, that, of course, you guys may very well believe that, or think that The Mandalorian really isn't all that great of a series, and that's fine, you got your opinion, that's perfectly fine and okay. I, however, think that The Mandalorian was revolutionary as a series, and was very much, I guess you could say, gravitational to me as a fan. Looking at it as an actual Star Wars show, it really is just very unique and original, and just has that feel that George Lucas created with Star Wars A New Hope. So, moving on from this, Bob Chapek wants to move away from woke culture as much as possible, even though it will still be a part of the more minor projects when it comes to the brand that Disney is trying to save. Additionally, it's described that Jon Favreau will be preventing any form of woke culture to enter into the new Star Wars TV series, and that he will have creative control over all of the episodes for this new revolutionary series for Disney+. So, Jon Favreau, like I've said before, is that he really knows what he's doing. Not only is he going to bring back Star Wars Legends, I don't know if you guys have been out of the loop with this, but Favreau is going to be bringing back Star Wars Legends, a good chunk of it, into this new expanded universe that's going to be in the forms of TV shows, movies, books, novels, comics, video games, and so on and so forth. That's one thing. The second thing is that Favreau is really going to use fan service, and fan service in a good way. What he's doing is that he's transferring animated characters from the Clone Wars into live action with The Mandalorian Season 2, and of course with Season 3 he plans to return the character of Luke Skywalker in younger form. Now, beyond this, Favreau is still very much invested with his hit TV series The Mandalorian, while working on Season 2 and Season 3. Favreau only wants the best for the Star Wars fans and to make them happy as much as possible going forward, and really wants to focus on story over personal driven agendas that Kathleen Kennedy originally wanted to do for this TV show and for everything on Disney Plus and everything aside from that. So this really does spell a light at the end of the tunnel. I really do believe this, because it tells us that Jon Favreau really is going to be the new George Lucas. Even Bob Iger said this at Celebration, or should I say, at the premiere for The Rise of Skywalker. Just a little correction there. He actually said that he sees a lot of George within Jon Favreau when he was talking about The Mandalorian, and that really is a really good sign. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear them moans again.